What's up? J Street Moto here. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to the channel if this is your first time here. So it's a somewhat overcast day here in North Carolina, and oddly enough, today is a day that the wife wants to ride with me. So there's a group ride or an event happening out of Sambuco Barber Company, and Todd and those guys who I took you on the first lunch lap that they did. That's an every month kind of thing. So today is the second one, and since I'm in town, and since the wife wants to go ride, I figured, what the hell? Let's go ride. So I'm bringing y'all along today. It's not going to be a first-person vlog. I'm going to voice over after we've, recorded some of the stuff. So you're going to see some riding today in a group. This is the first time that my wife, her name's Anne-Marie, by the way, and Juan's wife, her name's Hasty. Neither one of them have ridden in a group before. They've ridden two up with us, and I suppose if you call two bikes a group, we've ridden the four of us together. I don't consider that a group. I think you have to have at least, 3 or 4 motorcycles before you can call it a group ride.
Well, we are at Sambuco Barber Company, and here are 7 of the 9 bikes that showed up. You already saw a couple of clips of video of me and Anne-Marie riding, and me, Anne-Marie, with Juan and Hasty behind us. I'm getting ready to give you a flyby, if you will, with the 360 camera inside of the actual barber shop. And when I say this place is cool, guys, this place is freaking cool. And in fact, it was kind of comical. I knew Juan would like it, but I was really surprised at how our wives both responded to this joint, because both Hasty and Anne-Marie were just astounded by this barbershop. The way that Todd and his wife decorated it, the vibe, the whole feeling that happens when you go into this place is just really freaking cool. And I'm glad. This is one of those things where, this is why I ride, is to expose people to things like this, and to be able to see my wife and 2 of my best friends for most of my life, their response to this place was really cool. This is us getting ready to pull out as a group, and I'm having to encourage people to go in front of me because I really wanted to bring up the rear of the pack. I like being back there. For those of you that ride in groups frequently, tell me what position you prefer to be in. I honestly prefer to be the tail gunner in most group rides that I do, and there's several reasons for that we can go into later in a whole, that's a whole nother vlog topic, is why you want to be where you are when you ride in a pack. But I set myself up at the back on this ride mainly so that I could get video on the way to the restaurant of the whole group, and the easiest way to do that is to be in the back. Today was a little weird from a weather perspective because we had a very small window. We were meeting up at, I think kickstands were up at the barber shop at 11:30, and there was a huge thunderstorm cell swinging through our area around 2:30 to 3 o'clock. So we were going to need to get this ride in, get out to the restaurant, eat, and then get back on the road and start making our way back home so we didn't get stuck out in some pretty, well, shitty weather.
So today there's going to be, I think there ended up being 9 motorcycles with 13 people on them. And then we had another 3. And we rolled from the Concord area of North Carolina down to Belmont, which is kind of on the west side of Charlotte, to go to this place called the Lodge Pub and Tavern. David and I have been there before. We went there when we went there to eat when we picked up David's motorcycle from the builder that built out his motor. And I can tell you firsthand, the place is freaking phenomenal. And what's unique about them is they're the only place in Belmont, I think, that sells game meat. So I go there and end up having a bison burger, as an example. But I thought I'd bring you guys along on the ride today and let you see let you experience the first group ride for both Juan's wife and my wife. I thought it'd be pretty cool. So hopefully you enjoy it. Stick around. Like, subscribe, click that notification bell. And I'll see you in a minute.
First off, it was a gorgeous ride out to Belmont from the barbershop. It really is. There's some back roads. Juan and I take them all the time and head out that way. But there's some back roads that are just, it's just fun riding. You don't have to deal with a bunch of bullshit. And for the most part, you can get there pretty cleanly and don't have to worry about a lot of traffic and a lot of stoplights, stop signs, all that kind of stuff. And it's just fun, kind of out in the middle of nowhere country riding, I guess is a good way to put it. I can tell you, when we got to the place and we went to the Lodge Pub and Tavern, or I think that's what it's called, in Belmont, and the food, the service, everything was fantastic. Todd and I were talking at the event. He's like, man, he said, you never know how many people are going to show up. So when we pick a location, we really can't give people a heads up and let them know and plan in advance. And what was great about this place was they just rolled with it. We had 13 people on motorcycles that rolled in there, and then there were another 3 people that were in a chase car. And so we had 16 people show up at lunchtime on a Sunday, on a pretty nice day in North Carolina. At least, this part of the day was a pretty nice day. And they were just like, you know what, we can put, this many of you over here, we can put the rest of you over there. And so, they accommodated us easily. We didn't have to wait, and we were able just to go in, order our food. The food was fantastic. I did have a bison burger. I think Juan had a regular burger with bacon on it. I think Hasty ended up going with like a Nashville hot chicken sandwich. Anne-Marie had chicken tacos. But yeah, it was, and I did not get any pictures of the food. Go back to what I said a minute ago, where we were dealing with a pretty tight window of, it takes from where we were, from our house to get to here, it's about 40 minutes on the motorcycle if you don't go on the interstate, and neither Hasty or Anne-Marie are really thrilled about going on the interstate. They'd rather stay on back roads. So you're looking at a 40-minute ride home, a 40-minute ride to get there, plus the time it takes to get your food and eat it. So we really needed to get in and get out, and I'm sorry I didn't take any video of the food, didn't take any video or pictures from inside the restaurant either, and I probably should have. That's my fault, but neither here nor there. This is what you get. It's what happens when you're out creating and you're dealing with windows and weather. It's that simple, and you're on a motorcycle. So there, I just told Anne-Marie she needed to get off because we were going to have to pull around to park, and I was like, well, you know, the place is right there. You get off with the girls and go, you know, see if we can get tables. But yeah, highly recommend this joint. There it is right there. It is the Lodge Tavern and Tap is what it's called, and that is in Belmont. And that place is phenomenal. It's got a cool feel on the inside, especially for someone like me who's a hunter. It's got a cool feel on the inside, and it's someplace close that I can go and get more exotic fare than what I can usually get in the North Carolina area. I mean, I think the last time I had bison, I was probably in South Dakota. Because, you know, we just don't, you can find it occasionally in the grocery stores here, but it's not something that's normally on the menu. And these guys do a duck Reuben, which is what I think Todd had for lunch. I know they have like a bison New York strip and some, you know, more fancier meals, I guess is a way to put it. But we had a fantastic time. We're on our way home now. We've, you know, I think it was a successful day. I think based on Hasty and Anne-Marie and their response while we were eating lunch, pretty sure they really enjoyed today. In any case, hope you liked the video. Always ride safe.
Yeah, ready? 1, 2, 3, shoot. Ah. Asshole.